To continue our work, we need your support. Finding funding has become more and more challenging. Both in Greece and Poland, NGOs need to close their services due to financial restrictions, which has made the remaining support even more important.
Every contribution, whether one-off or monthly, makes a real difference. €25 covers one legal consultation for a Ukrainian refugee.
€50 covers one visit to a camp in Greece.
€150 provides personalised support for one refugee throughout their asylum procedure.
€1,000 runs the ELIL's project in Poland for a day.
Together, we can defend the right to asylum and support more people to claim their rights and secure protection.
Donate today. Click the link in our bio to help ELIL continue standing with people seeking protection. In 2025, the context of ELIL's work in Greece and in Poland has shifted considerably. In both countries, the right to claim asylum is under threat.
In Poland, ELIL runs two projects, one in Warsaw supporting Ukrainians and the other on the Belarus border supporting asylum seekers from other countries. The process for accessing international protection for everyone we support has changed in 2025. In Poland, we have supported over 2,700 people this year.
In Greece, we work across 4 offices, in Athens, Lesbos, Samos and Thessaloniki. We also have mobile teams to reach people living in camps and remote areas. Accessing asylum remains a constant and evolving challenge. In 2025, our team across Greece has supported over 3,500 people.
As threats to the right to asylum grow across Europe, our work is as needed as ever. ELIL remains committed to standing with people seeking protection wherever they are. The right to seek asylum is protected in international law. It's a fundamental human right that gives anyone whose life or freedom is under threat in their home country the right to protection and safety.
Enshrined in agreements like the 1951 Geneva Convention on Refugees, it means that anyone who is facing persecution can ask for protection. It's important because, as well as protecting people's safety, dignity and freedom, it allows us to build more inclusive, diverse and resilient communities.
By signing the Geneva Convention, a state agrees to respect this right and to provide refugees and asylum seekers with some other basic support when they arrive. The system that each state develops to respond to asylum seekers and refugees is different and can change over time, as long as it complies with the Convention.
Since ELIL's founding in 2016, the asylum process has changed many times. Over the past 9 years, ELIL has remained committed to defending the right to claim asylum and to providing expert legal advice to asylum seekers. 2025 has brought significant and concerning changes to the process of accessing asylum in both Poland and Greece. Across Europe, shifts in politics towards the right and far right are reflected in laws that have become stricter, more complicated and more restrictive.
In Poland, the government has taken a harsher stance towards Ukrainians. Since March, 94% of asylum claims from Ukrainians have been rejected.
As of September 2025, people that enter Poland through the Belarus border are no longer allowed to apply for asylum. In theory, there are exceptions for vulnerable groups, but in practice these are rarely applied. Therefore, access to asylum is being restricted in both of ELIL's Polish projects.
In Greece, the government took a similar step, stopping asylum applications from refugees arriving to Crete from North Africa for a 3-month period in the summer. For all arrivals, long administrative delays prevent people from registering their asylum requests and legalizing their stay in Greece.
We are observing a dangerous trend, suspending the right to asylum and closing pathways to protection. It shows no sign of letting up in 2026. This is why ELIL's work defending this fundamental right must continue.
Given the restrictions on asylum in Poland and Greece, many people have been left outside the asylum process. What does this mean in practice?
Living without legal status or protection makes it very difficult for people to access their basic rights. It puts them in unsafe situations where they can easily be taken advantage of. For example, patients cannot get life-saving treatment, parents cannot send their children to school, and the only jobs accessible are often illegal, dangerous, exploitative, and unregulated.
In Greece, many people are held in detention in prison-like conditions and face threats of deportation. On the Polish-Belarus border, pushbacks are well documented, as they are in Greece, and deportations are taking place.
In both Greece and Poland, many people face uncertainty about their future. Government rhetoric is increasing concerns and fear. In this context, clear, objective information and consistent professional support are crucial. ELIL's work is essential to facilitating access to asylum and safety. What is ELIL doing to tackle the challenges caused by asylum suspensions in Poland and Greece?
In Poland, we've taken action on behalf of numerous asylum seekers by bringing cases to the European Court of Human Rights. Thanks to these interventions, many people were able to submit their asylum claims and receive protection.
ELIL is the only organization with a constant presence at the Poland-Belarus border. This means we represent 80% of the cases brought to the European Court of Human Rights by asylum seekers. They were denied the right to apply for asylum after crossing the border with Belarus. Our work ensures that people can access protection.
We are following similar cases in Greece, and we expect this work to take up an even bigger proportion of our efforts in 2026. Across both countries, ELIL is standing with those whose right to asylum is under threat, providing legal support that can make a difference.